I hooked up with someone, and the next day I had a bunch of people over, and I thought I needed to burn the sheets or something because it smelled it smelled like a sewage dump in there. Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Potter.
And I'm Karen Lee Potter.
That's my mother.
And that's my son.
We chat about sex on a weekly basis and all the things you typically don't talk about with a parent.
We like to make the most uncomfortable conversations comfortable.
So strap in,
strap on,
and enjoy the ride. Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Potter.
And I'm Karen Lee Potter.
We are chatting about sex on a weekly basis. Mother?
Yes.
I think it's time to lube it up.
I definitely want to lube it up with our favorite lube, Uber Lube, to save the day.
This segment of the show is presented by Uber Lube, a high-grade silicone lubricant made with body-friendly ingredients.
That I actually used on my hair today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tame those frizzies.
That's exactly what I was doing.
So Uber Lube lubricates not only our dicks and vag, but also our conversation with this question. This question of the week is, have you ever been with a married person who you are not married to?
And did you have an answer for that?
By the way, follow up. If so, how did it come to be and what happened? Okay, then I have an answer for that. I have never been sexually intimate with a married person.
Oh, you're going to do a little qualifier, are you?
Yes, I'm qualifying. I was emotionally intimate with a married person.
I think I know who this is.
Who are you guessing?
Someone that you worked with.
Bingo.
Aha.
I had, she was a boss of mine.
Oh.
Is this who you were thinking of?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why are you surprised by that?
Because I didn't think of it as there's a lot of shit going on that was
she was a boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
I didn't think it was like a Harvey Weinstein thing going on.
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
Older. And,
cougar thing.
She was married.
Married thing.
We hit it off, and it got steamy. But I'm not doing anything with that. She's married. And then it got to the point where she had to introduce me to the husband to prove that we were not doing anything. Very awkward conversation that was.
Well, let's get a little glimpse of it. What was it?
I went over to her house. First of all, she kind of like kidnapped me. And she was like,
we add that to the list of unethical things.
Yeah, I got to take a drive to my place. And then she opens the door and introduces me to this guy. And she's like, see, this is
who you're worried about.
Yes, that was it. That was kind of the vibe.
It was like, are you really worried about this little scrawny little 20-year-old? Or how old were you? I don't know.
But you should have been worried.
You should have been worried.
You should have been worried.
Well, I think when you posed the question, you were thinking more physical than that.
Yes. Okay. So what would you say? Have you ever been with a married person who you are not married to?
Yes, but I have to have a lot of qualifiers there.
Okay, let's hear it.
One is that it happened when I was newly single, and I was told that he is already separated from his wife because he had already cheated on her with someone else.
Oh.
And having an ongoing affair with someone else who he said.
Who told you that? He told you this?
He told me this.
Okay.
So I thought, well, I'm just, at that point, there's too much water under the dam, right?
Meaning the floodgates have opened. You should just go for it because he's clearly not with this woman.
Yes.
Okay.
So we go to his friend's apartment.
Yeah.
And the first thing he says to me when I walk in is, this is the last night we're going to be together because I'm getting back with my wife.
What?
So, and I hadn't really we hadn't done any penetration. So I felt, well, what, no harm, no foul right now. So we kept going anyway, but there was no penetrations.
What the fuck?
But I guess technically I was with a married man.
Did you feel guilty at all?
No, because he was the one who did this all on his own.
And as far as you knew, he was already broken up with this woman.
Very much so.
Until the last time you did it.
When he said that this is our last time. So at that point,
But at that point, you're already in so deep, you're already in trouble. It's a tricky situation, Mother.
It was tricky.
Yeah.
But that was the one time.
And then there was no other, what was the relationship with him afterwards?
Oh, that got kind of.
What the fuck?
There was just like a texting thing going on.
What?
Not sexual. Maybe. Who remembers? It was years ago.
Who remembers?
The bottom line. Bottom line is that the answer to that question was, yes, I would consider that involved with a married man.
Wow.
However, you know what? I don't judge people that much anymore about married, not married, and all that. Whatever they're going on in their relationship, there's always two sides to every story.
It takes two to tango, some might say.
Or in this case, like 3.
That's
Or
right.
In this case, it was 4.
Who the fuck is 4?
Well, him, that's 1. Me, that's another. The person he cheated with, that was just another.
Oh my God.
And his wife.
Okay. All right. There's a lot of shit going on there.
There's a lot of shit going on. But I mean, considering that I've been on this earth for 63 years, I think that's not such a bad thing. Do you?
No, but I do feel bad for the wife.
Okay. Well, I'm sure they're living very happily ever after right now.
Who knows? You should text him.
Oh, I did.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. We did text our sneaky freaks this question. The sneaky freaks, if you're just listening, are our wonderful listeners. You can be a sneaky freak by giving us a text at 310-356.
3920. That's our number, folks. If you want to get involved in our little text conversations, just text us. Say hi.
We won't harass you. We'll just give you a weekly text and you can be part of the show. So, in response to, have you ever been with a married person who you are not married to? If so, how did it come to be and what happened? We got several responses. Justin says, yes, I began dating a married woman who was in process of expanding her marriage from monogamous to poly. I was the first step in that direction for her, and I was open to being with a poly person. It was a good relationship, ups and downs, and we were together for 7 years.
Woo.
It ended because she and her husband were retracting from other people and attempting to have a baby. I was around for much of that, but the sexual relationship stopped in efforts to ensure the husband's paternity.
Oh, well, what if you just wore a condom? Wouldn't that ensure the paternity as well?
Yeah, but maybe, who knows?
All right.
You don't know what's going on in the uterus.
What?
I don't know. Maybe
What's going on in the uterus?
you don't know what's going on in there.
What the hell are you talking about? You don't know what's going on in the uterus.
Yeah, maybe it just wants focus all the energy on one sperm.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Or in other words, you could say maybe the condom was broken.
No, it was useless information. I just
Okay.
added. Okay. Julie says, hi, I'm back listening to episode 360. Was it ever decided what a friends with benefits with emotional connection was called? I have that going on. And so with that, was there a name for that? I don't want to say friend because he's so much more than that, but he doesn't want to be a thing either. So I was hoping for a good name. Okay, so this is a departure. This is a question upon our question.
We're veering off into muddy, murky waters of relationship versus friends with benefits with a relationship.
I would like to come back to that question a bit because I've been thinking a lot about this actually.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, hang in there, folks. We're going to go back to it later in this episode.
Okay, so Lisa says, no, I have had the opportunity multiple times and I wouldn't want it done to me. It sucks to be cheated on and don't want any part of that. Also, I just don't get how you can trust the person. If they would cheat on them, then why wouldn't they cheat on you?
I always say the leopard don't change its spots.
But you didn't give a shit in your situation if the guy cheated on you. What?
Which time are you talking about? Oh, the one I just described?
Yeah.
Well, the reason I didn't care is because I was looking for just a friends with benefits.
Right.
Not even a friend, just the benefits.
Yeah. Fair. Drew says, there's something interesting about your situation too, because you're really putting the onus on them. Like it's his choice to cheat on his wife.
Yeah.
It's her choice to remain with the cheater.
Right.
And you're just following your own, you're taking care of yourself. I kind of like this approach actually.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I do.
First time you've ever approved of anything I've done.
Even though it's kind of questionable behavior.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was in a questionable phase of my life. I think you can't judge any widow in the year after a death.
Yeah. I mean,
you get like a free pass to do shit that you normally wouldn't do.
I wouldn't want to do that shit. FYI.
Well, I learned from my lesson. Until you see a divorce decree, you don't believe anything these guys say. Because I've also had a guy.
But it sounds like you didn't give a shit if he was divorced or not.
I did, but he, it was very much because of this other person, not because of me. That's for sure. He was he had cheated for a long time.
You're just along for the ride.
I was just going along for the extra benefits there.
Yeah.
And I might add that I had an experience where some guy tried to pick me up wearing his dead parents' wedding ring.
Oh.
And I didn't really
picked you. He's trying to pick you up.
Yeah, he wanted me to get together with him in a bar, and tells me that he's wearing his dead parents' wedding ring. And I said, really? Because I kind of thought it might have been his. Turns out the next day he calls me and he admits that it was his. And
What the fuck?
I said, What the fuck? I went off on him.
Fuck him.
A lot of cheaters out there.
There's a lot of cheaters. Drew says, I've been with a married wife and a married husband, different times and various occasions. These all happened when Craigslist was still around. The wife was looking for some fun while the husband watched. We met at their place and had a great time. We had sex 69 and made out. I met a husband on the DL as he was exploring his bi side. I met him at his house while his wife was gone. I gave him head before he fucked me.
This guy is
Drew
a true freaky.
Had some extreme. He's lived his life.
We have some super sneaky freaks.
Yeah.
Drew, you are one of them. We approve.
We approve. That's pretty wild. With the husband watching.
We've had, I believe we've had a couple episodes where we're talking about cuckolds and things like that. So you guys should go check the early episodes of Sex Talk with My Mom. I think you'll find it.
I'm amazed. I'm on Field. I see how many requests there are to be with a couple. One of them is watching. It's wild.
I know personally people that say it's helped their marriage tremendously because it really turns everybody on to think about it, to see it, to hear about it.
You think it would turn you on?
It's hard to say what would turn me on. Would it turn on my partner? Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. There's too much jealousy that goes on.
It would not turn me on whatsoever. I would be being part of it would not turn me on because
you don't want to be a little. You'd be the stud.
I know, but why is that guy watching me?
And then would you feel insecure?
I would just God.
Would you think he's judging your performance?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I don't need that external stimulus. Was you just sit there and watch?
Yeah.
No.
What if he wears like a cage on their dick? You know that.
I don't like
remember that?
There's no reason for that.
What's that called when they put the cage on their dick? It's like a chastity belt for a penis.
Yeah. You got it. Probably dick cage or something like that.
That's for someone who really likes to do that, S&M type of thing.
Also, I don't think it would personally turn me on if my partner hooked up with someone else. I think I'd feel very
threatened, insecure,
just like
annoyed,
why am I watching this,
bored.
Not bored, but I was not. It wouldn't appeal to me. Saddened, maybe.
Disappointed.
Yeah. Okay. We've got a lot of adjectives going on here. Yeah, I'd probably feel all those things, Mom.
Jealous.
Cassie says, I have not been with a married person, but this is my top-notch biggest irrational fear, that I will sleep with someone who's married and won't know. Then they fall in love with me, and then boom, their wife goes missing, and I'm throat deep in a murder mystery.
Cassie, a little vivid imagination there.
Yeah, I mean, this is a
that is a deep fear.
I have never thought this, and I have an anxious brain.
And now you are going to be every time you're with someone, you're not going to be. You're not 100%.
Yeah, are they going to kill their wife now, or their husband, or?
It's an episode of Murder, She Wrote.
Yes, Sage says technically yes, separated as far as I knew.
See, there you go.
I ended it though because he failed to mention that when we first met.
Right, they tell you, or else I tell you their marriage is horribly on the rocks. That I heard that shit before. One guy told me, I'm filling in the blanks here. One guy told me that his wife was dead. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh my God, my husband's dead. Your wife is dead? And he goes, yeah. And I go, what's your name? And he said, Gary.
Oh, which is your dead husband's name.
Your father's name.
Yeah.
And it turned out she was alive and well.
And fuck?
And married.
Oh, that's some fucked up shit.
It is the worst situation I could ever think of. And I let him have that too.
You let him have it?
Don't be pushing that shit on me anymore.
Wow.
Yeah. I think he's scared of me now.
Cassie says, I have been propositioned by the man but declined. The dude's wife was a bombshell and mother of his 2 children. Just knowing he was looking outside of his marriage made me kind of mad and paranoid about potentially becoming a mom in the future myself. Especially after learning how common cheating is among married men with young children. Yikes.
You know about that.
What? A lot of married men?
Well, because when you have a baby, the baby's annoying as fuck. They're tugging on you all day, on your boobs, on your leg. They want to be picked up. They're snotting all over the place.
So you think the mother doesn't usually want to have sex?
That's the last thing you feel like if you've been with that baby all day long is to go, oh, yeah, now I'm going to do more bodily functions.
And so then the father, then
Oh, he's poor me. I worked all day.
I want to go get laid.
I want to get laid.
And so then he goes and cheats.
Goes and cheats.
Some fucked up shit.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you. We got Tom, the elder statesman.
72.
I don't know why you make him older than he is, 70.
How do you know he hasn't had a birthday?
It would tell me on this app.
All right.
Tom says, yes, he's been with a married person twice. Both were women I knew through work. One thing led to another. Both were incredibly hot, and we did things that weren't typically part of our married sex lives. First one lasted about 3 months before spouses got suspicious and we broke it off. Second one lasted about a year and we hooked up about once a month. She started feeling guilty and ended it.
Can I just say that I can't even imagine how paranoid you'd be if you were doing something and all of a sudden you hear a knock at the door and it's the husband.
Oh.
What would you do? You would flip the fuck out.
Yesterday, my fucking freezer started making ice cubes and I hear the tapping from the freezer. That freaked me the fuck out.
So you can just imagine if a tapping at the door.
It was an actual human whose wife I was boning.
Oh my God.
Not good. Boner would go.
Boner would go there. And what about your anxiety?
Anxiety up, boner down.
You would be hiding under the bed.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. I would.
But luckily, you know how to do that boxing now.
Yeah,
what's
Muay
it called?
Thai?
Yeah, you know how to Muay Thai.
Well, I just said Muay Thai, and then you have to somehow call it Muay Thai. All right.
You're the fuck boy doing Muay Thai.
Oh my God. All right. How about this one? Amanda says, I've never been with someone who was married, but I've been with the married person in that situation, and it did not end well. I'll tell you that much. So she's been cheated on, basically. That's what that says.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or maybe she cheated on someone and it didn't end well because the person showed up at her door.
No, she said, I have never been with someone who was married, but I've been the married person in that situation. What's going on, bud?
I've been the married person in that situation. I'm confused.
Oy vey.
Go on. Next.
Joseph says, I ended up getting with a school mom. We chaperoned a lot together, and there was an overnight cave camping trip. After the kids and other parents went to sleep, we snuck off to another cave and hooked up. She ended up leaving her husband, and it was a big old mess. First of all, Joseph, this is a good idea for Tom. This is also a good idea for Joseph, our wonderful videographer over here.
Who could have written that in for all we know.
Joseph, did you fucking read?
He did it. He did it, Joseph, you horny little beast.
I've never heard of a cave camping trip.
Any of those camping trip things.
Would you fuck in a cave, though?
Why not? That's a good place to fuck.
A cave?
Yeah.
Stalactites and
You'd be
stalagmites
scared of the
everywhere.
bats.
The bats.
Snakes.
Just cold, kind of cold and dingy.
Cold and damp and
not
dingy.
great. Not
No,
great
that
air
would be
quality
horrible.
in there.
Not great air quality. I'd have an anxiety attack in there too.
All right, that's the end of this segment of
Hit.
Lube It Up.
Oh my God. I almost said hit on or shit on.
No, Lube It Up, presented by Uber Lube. What do you like about Uber Lube, Mother?
It's great for anal, oral, and vaginal penetration.
I love to incorporate lube in all of my sexual affairs.
Thank you. Do you have so many?
Whether that's solo,
Solo play.
masturbation, or with a partner, even if they're wet and I'm wet, it's always better to be more wet.
Wetter is better.
It's phenomenal. It really, and even the process of pumping the shit onto your genitals is a very erotic experience.
It is?
Yes.
What do you mean?
What is imagine like someone taking a bottle of oil and pouring it on you, and then you fucking have a massage, and it's a nice thing.
Okay.
You never had that experience?
I never thought of the pump itself being...
The pump itself could be...
Well, they are measured pores.
It is measured, but
which is never enough. So I just start pumping and pumping and pumping. Mine is not erotic. Mine is just like, how do you get another pump out
How
of
do I get more of the lube in my hand is for you. Okay.
There are so many uses of Uber Lube. Uber Lube is a quality silicone lube.
Quality silicone lube. It's silicone based, meaning it's not water based. A lot of people think, oh, water based is better, but no. Water based penetrates the skin and brings with it whatever toxins are in the fucking lube with you. Whereas silicone based lube doesn't permeate the skin. It cannot penetrate the skin barrier, and so it just sits on top of your skin and makes a wonderful layer. It is very body friendly.
I love it.
It's great. Dermatologist recommended.
It's great with toys too, but be careful with silicone toys.
Yeah, and you can even use it with latex condoms. So, for 10% off and free shipping on our favorite lube, Uber Lube, go to uberlube.com and enter code MOM. That is UBERLUBE.com. Enter code MOM. You'll get 10% off and free shipping.
And if you guys buy this and put a picture of yourself with your little beautiful bottle of lube by Uber Lube on Instagram or TikTok or whatever social media you want, we'll repost it.
I like that.
Cam, you know how most guys hate going to the doctor?
Yes, I love it. It's very, very comforting to sit with a doctor and tell them all your problems.
But it literally takes up half of your day just to get it done.
That is true. And especially if you're trying to get boner meds, you don't want to take your work day off to go sit in a waiting room, schlep over you have to park and you have to meet with this doctor and talk about how your dick won't go up.
Well, RexMD makes getting generic and branded Viagra easy. Everything's online, even the prescription, and they deliver it to your door. No office visits, no talking to receptionists, which can be embarrassing. It's super simple.
Yes, and if you're looking for a cost-effective way to get your boner, RexMD can help you do that. Viagra usually costs around $90 a pill. And for every time you fuck, $90 down the tubes.
It's cost prohibitive.
But RexMD has generic Viagra for just $2 a pill.
All you have to do is fill out a quick medical questionnaire on their website. A U.S.-based doctor will review your situation and prescribe you generic Viagra if appropriate. Your medication gets shipped right to the door with free 2-day shipping.
It's super easy, very fast, simple, and cheap. You can access your RexMD physician anytime you need afterwards. You can tell them how wonderful your penis is doing. And RexMD has helped over 100,000 guys get generic Viagra quickly and conveniently.
And you can get sample packs of generic Viagra. They're now available for our listeners.
Yes, just go to rexmd.com/mom to get started. That's rexmd.com/mom. Get your sample packs of generic Viagra today. Moving right along, Moot.
Well, would you like to speak about your life?
I have been exploring Beducated. You guys know that we are sponsored by Beducated.com, which is a platform that will teach you all about sex, anything you want to know. They've really encouraged me to combine my meditation practice and my sexual practice.
Oh, no.
It's phenomenal. What do we know? No.
What does this mean? You're meditating and masturbating at the same
Here's
time?
what happens.
Are you meditating and masturbating at the same time?
You got it.
Oh,
That's
my
what I'm doing.
God.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
You're sitting on that Zubatan or whatever.
No, I'm not on the fucking Zubatan or Zafu or whatever the fuck.
What is that called?
Zafu and Zubatan?
Yeah, you're sitting on
Zabutan.
those zippity doodah pillows.
No.
What are you doing
I'm
over
jerking
there?
off in
You're
this. It's
jerking
a sacred
off.
space.
You're always naked, and now you got your lights going. Now you got the Zubatan and the moves going.
You mentioned the lights, and this is where I'm going with this. So, the meditation is wonderful because it brings you back to, you anchor into the sensations that you're experiencing in the moment. Because usually when you're hooking up with someone, when I'm hooking up with someone,
you're just focused on how fast I'm going to come and how
I'm
slow.
thinking about all sorts of shit. What does this imply for us? What, are they having a good time? Am I having a good time? Is someone knocking on our door? Is there an ice machine going?
Can I ask you something?
What?
Do you get in your head like this during sex?
Not when I'm meditating. So I just focus the breath and anchoring on the breath and fucking focusing on the sensations that I'm feeling. This someone touching my skin. It's a wonderful thing.
So when you got on my case, when I was fantasizing during sex,
Yes.
and I wasn't present,
Yes.
you are now in that position.
No, because
You're not
I'm
fantasizing. You're just thinking. No, I'm not talking about solo. I'm talking about when you are with a partner.
I'm with a partner. I'm so fucking present you couldn't even imagine.
You just said you're off worrying about the ice machine.
Because there's some shit going on.
Don't come up with the qualifiers.
No, there's
You're thinking about the ice machine.
Is going, I started thinking, what's going on over there?
Wouldn't it be healthier, to think about it like, oh, I'm in the middle of a glory hole?
No, I'm not in a glory hole fuck fest in Croatia, where the fuck you were. I know exactly.
Wouldn't that be better?
No.
Than thinking about your ice machine?
No.
Tick tack, tick tock, tick tock.
No. I anchor. That's what it is. You anchor into the sensations of your body.
This is on your Zubatan?
No, wherever the fuck I'm fucking. I could be on the floor. I could be on the couch. I could be in the fucking toilet.
Okay. Wait, are you speaking about when you're with a partner by yourself?
Both, mother.
Okay, go ahead.
Jesus Christ, with the interrogation over here. I'm trying to anchor in the fucking moment, feeling the sensations. My mind starts wandering. You bring it back to the sensations. Someone's stroking this, someone's touching that. Phenomenal experience.
And
I set the timer
What?
I set the fucking Insight timer. Yeah.
When you're with a partner, you're setting timers?
Sometimes.
No, you're not.
Yes, because then because I get in my head, I'm like, oh God.
Do you know what I would do if I was with a guy and he's like, hold on a minute, I'm going to go set the timer because I got to time how long I'm on a Zubaton for before I go into the next phase of sex.
You have the sex you want to have, all the sex I want to fucking have, and it's got to be timed.
Timed? What are you, a swim timer?
Because I don't want to get in my head being like, oh, they're spending so much fucking time on me over here.
So you're timing it.
No, dude, it creates a space.
Okay, I have a better idea. You're going to love me for this idea. Because I actually do this idea. Like when I'm giving Dee's a massage or he's giving me a massage.
You give someone a massage for 30 minutes and then they give you a massage for an hour.
This is my idea. You put on a song and however long the song, you say you're massaging a person for 2 or 3 songs, or say it's 3 songs, then they massage you for 3 songs. As long as it's not Stairway to Heaven, which is like an 8-minute song.
So that's a good idea.
I know. Then you don't have to stop and put your stopwatch on. What are you doing? Timing.
Well,
what did your partner think when she said, well, he's timing?
She was a little weirded by this. She was. But I was making a the whole space was getting set. It felt like a massage parlor.
Oh, so you're fantasizing on top of that without a massage.
No, there's no fantasies involved. I don't know why you always bring the fucking fantasy in this shit.
All right, just your mind was in a massage. You just said that.
Because I was literally I was creating a massage space.
All right, that's fantasizing.
This is not fantasizing.
All right, move on.
So here, okay, you got to think of all the senses.
Okay.
I'm thinking about the smell.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't know what's going on. My sex smells horrible. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I realize this, and I'm not sure.
Have you thought of taking a shower?
Yes, I take a shower. Sometimes I take a shower like minutes before coming. I go in the shower, I come back. No, but
stop.
No, it's not.
What do you mean? You go in the shower and come back?
And if we're gonna go down further, I need to take a shower or something. This is not good situation.
And you leave.
I leave. Sometimes they'll join. Why not? It's sexy.
Why are you taking leaves of absence?
A leave of absence?
Yes.
Because I needed to smell better. But anyway, okay, what I'm trying to say here is I don't know why. I don't know if it's the cum that smells bad or I don't know. It's fucking so awful. I hooked up with someone and the next day I had a bunch of people over and I thought I needed to burn the sheets or something because it smelled it smelled like a sewage dump in there.
What? Why?
Does it smell like that?
No, you have an overly sensitive sniffer.
I walk into the room, I'm like, oh my God, it's like wet dogs have been in here all day.
What are you doing? How many times are you expelling semen all over the place?
It's a constant flow. It's like it's like a fucking faucet that's dripping nonstop.
I am completely nauseated right now.
I'm nauseated by the whole thing. I could barely sit in my room.
You have smelly sex.
It smelled.
I have never smelled.
I'm not blaming my partner at all. It's entirely the fact that I have just a fucking. I don't know why my cum. I'm not attracted to my own cum smell. Can you smell semen? Can you smell that?
No.
It's a stink.
I never thought about it, and I don't think about it.
You can't smell that?
I don't think about it like you do, because first of all, I don't do like 25 times a night.
Odor.
What are you doing? Something's wrong with your nose.
Something's wrong with my nose?
Yeah, it's overly sensitive, because every time I'm with you, you're like, oh, your breath smells. Your nose is too sensitive. Dial it down a little.
All right, I'll dial it down a little bit. Thank you for that.
All right, I got another idea.
What?
Get some of those essential oil sprays and spray your sheets before you have sex, and maybe that'll cover up the stinky semen smell.
There's nothing that can mask this shit.
Skunk smell coming out of your penis.
I don't understand it.
Stinky freaks, if you have smelly semen,
it's not particularly.
Texas.
I don't think it's particularly smelly. I think it's just that semen has an odor.
It's supposed to smell like bleach.
It smells funky like that.
Or maybe it's supposed to taste like bleach. Something like that. I can't remember.
There's a funk.
It's a funk.
I think I would like to take a poll of the people present to see if has anyone experienced a funk of none?
No. Okay.
None.
One female.
None. We got 2 none.
No.
So I don't
make
know.
that 3 none.
3 none.
It's you and your sensitive sniffer.
Okay. You don't think I have overly smelly semen?
No. I think that your nose is overly. No, you have your grandfather's nose.
I can smell it a mile away.
If Papa was alive today,
yeah,
He would probably agree with you on this.
I could smell it fucking miles away.
All right.
Anyway.
Should we move on, because this is a long ass discussion about your stinky ass.
Yeah, I've completely lost track of time on that one. I should have fucking put the timer on that one. But what about the lighting though? I've become so obsessed with the lighting. It's unbelievable. I got colored lights in the apartment now.
I saw them.
It's like a fucking James Turrell exhibit. There's
well,
colored lights. It's a
good thing you don't get high.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Because if you were high, all your senses are already on high alert. So if you got high, it would make it even more sensitive. And I think you'd probably have a heart attack.
I'm making the space that I would.
You're making a fuck den.
I'm making a fuck den. That's right. Yeah, a stinky ass cum-laden fuck den. All right.
Why don't you get the essential oil mister thing?
I have that shit.
Turn that shit on.
That shit.
Put that on. Put the stuff on your sheets. And
it's a fucking stink. I don't know how to tell you. It gets in the room. It's a fucking.
All right.
Like there's fuck in here.
It's probably your own like scent coming out of your pores. Like, you know, you're working up a sweat.
No,
and you're just like,
it only happens when I ejaculate, and it doesn't happen alone. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my God.
All right, moving on. What's going on in your life?
Oh, just nothing. My life is fucking boring compared to your fuck den that's going on over there. Well, for one thing, there was some excitement. You did have a little minor family / birthday party.
I had some people over.
A couple of people over. And I noticed looking around the room that a lot of them have been on a podcast.
There were a few that have been on the podcast, yeah.
So I already have immediate openness with them because we've already gotten to the most intimate details.
Yeah.
And one of the guys at the party, he looked not at all familiar to me. But then nobody does because I can't remember shit. And I walked up to him, I'm like, I know you from somewhere. And he's like, I was on your podcast. I go, really? Yeah, who were you? He goes, well, let's just say I was one of those guys that did something 5 times a day. And it dawned on me, it's Mort, the guy who comes 5 times a day. Like, Mort! Oh my God. Last time we met, we were on Zoom. We were no longer on Zoom and we're in person. And it was like very weird after that.
He was going off about how he comes 5 times a day.
Yeah.
That guy's got a stink. That
talk about a stink den.
That's a stink den.
Yeah, it comes not just 5 times a day, but 5 times every day.
Yeah.
So there's no way around.
That stink
I should have asked him at the time if I'd only known.
I should text him asking him about that.
You want to text him right now?
No.
Anyway, it was nice seeing all the love that was going on. And actually, we had like this white elephant game because it was your Christmas birthday.
Yeah, no one got that this was a themed part.
All right, but basically you had a little Christmas in July. I was going to say July, but it was actually Christmas in April.
Yes, exactly.
And so everybody brought little gifts that they wanted to get rid of, and not necessarily get rid of, but thought it would be funny. So Deez and I brought my 2 books, Cougar's Guide to Getting Your Ass Back Out There,
yes,
and Fuck Games Day Cougars. And your friends not only wanted them, but wanted me to sign them. So I signed them.
I was floored by this.
Why?
What?
What?
I didn't expect my friends to want to read your book.
Yeah. What's wrong with my books?
I just wasn't expecting it.
Especially the guys that wanted to date older women.
Then I started understanding what was going on.
Yeah, one of your friends was devouring it right there. He said, I'm dating a 51-year-old woman, and he's in his early 30s. So
you're helping. You're saving the world.
I'm saving the world one
cougar cub at a time.
That's right. That's exactly what I was going to say. Anyway, so yeah, there's only one other thing I'd like to announce.
Yes.
Suddenly, I find out that I'm going to be needing to move.
Oh, boy.
Yep. Apparently, my landlord is going to try to sell the condo I'm currently renting.
How do you convey that information to someone that they're getting kicked out?
He basically said, can I have a realtor come over on Monday?
Oh, wow. That was it.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, because I'm leaving.
That means I don't have a place to live if the realtor decides to sell the place.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right. So
I didn't make it too comfortable for them.
What did you do?
I was in the middle of a 300 I have 300 playbills from all the different shows I've seen multiple times. I saw Les Mis like 17 times.
Oh my God.
And I had them spread up all over the apartment. So he walks in and he goes, oh, are you in the theater?
He says this to you?
I go, no, not in the theater.
Just an enthusiast.
Just enthusiast. Anyway, so yeah, I may be homeless or
He's
living.
taking photos of your place with the playbills everywhere.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
By the way, if Deez and I and the dog were planning on moving in with you in case we get stranded without a home, and now after hearing about the stench over there,
no,
I couldn't do it. So don't worry about it. I could never do that.
No, there's it's occupied.
It's occupied.
Yes,
You and your Zubaton are a solo operation.
It's a solo
going on.
operation for sure.
Anyway, is it time for what I think it is?
Hit on or shit on?
Yes, it's hit on or shit on.
Hit on or shit on, the segment where we take your comments and questions and anything you send our way and determine if it's a hit on or a shit on.
I found one by Braden.Angle.
Okay.
It was on TikTok.
Okay.
And I actually did some research.
Okay.
He said, she looks like a NPC with the eye movements.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, I had no idea what NPC meant.
Yeah, I actually did not know either.
Did you look it up as well?
I looked it up too.
So it's an acronym that refers to a non-player characteristic, an important aspect of most video games.
A non-player character.
That too.
And then once I read this, I knew what he was talking about. Do you know what he's talking about now?
Basically, it's like the shopkeeper in the shop. I'm not playing.
No.
I'm not playing. It's a video game, and I don't get a chance to be part of it because of it's. I'm just an ancillary character.
Yeah, but usually their eye movements are a little strange. Like it's like suddenly shifty back and forth.
I'm a shifty, non-essential person in a video game.
Yes.
I'm like a boring ass
robot.
No, not even a robot. It said they're different. NPCs are different from CPUs, which are computer characters meant to act like a real person. So it's
that's what I was thinking.
It's a character not controlled by either the player or an AI, and can be an important character or simply populate a game's world. I'm thinking this is a shit on. Any way you look at it,
It could be an important character. It also might just be that your background.
Hey,
he was talking about your eye movements. He said she looks like an NPC with the eye movements.
What's wrong with my eye movements? Now I got to be paranoid about my eye movements.
In that video, you were being a little shifty. You were going, it was back and forth.
Well, fuck you both. You and your friend Braden.
My friend Braden. Okay, so that's a shit on, huh?
It totally shit on.
Yeah. I had
another shit on?
I don't know if this is a shit on. I mentioned in the last episode that I hooked up with someone, and there was a follow-up conversation with this person to find out what she thought of it. I didn't know.
Okay.
You know, because
How was the question posed?
Remember I said that she went down on me for like quite a long time.
Uh-huh.
And I was just fucking out of my mind. She called me the Exorcist afterwards. Remember this?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So I said, how that was very, what were your thoughts the other night? How was it for you?
You were debriefing?
I was debriefing.
Okay.
She was like, it was great. And I was like, oh yeah, it was great. I had a great time. And she goes, yeah, if one person had a great time, it was you.
Oh my God.
Yes. So I don't know. I think that's a shit on somewhat.
No. I think anybody would like to believe that they gave enjoyment to another person.
Yes. Yeah.
She didn't say
was kind of ribbing me a little bit.
She didn't say she did not have a good time, but she just noticed that you were very enthusiastic with your smelly ass cum all over the place.
I don't know if I don't want to make the impression that I have smelly cum.
What, you don't want to make that impression? What do you mean? You definitely want to make that impression. That's exactly what you've been talking about this whole episode.
It's a blanket statement that cum smells.
No, it's a blanket statement that your cum smells. We've already acknowledged that it was mostly we've already taken a poll of the room. And if no one says that
some people have sensitive olfactory glands.
You have sensitive olfactory glands.
And so they can pick up on the nuances of a cum scent.
Oh my God. All right. Are we going back to I think it's time to move on.
All right. That's hit on or shit on.
Our favorite episode. Yes.
Yeah. Our favorite episode. Yes.
Favorite part of the episode. I talked earlier about how when you have a baby, you got people hanging on you all the time. Women always have too many things. We're always multitasking, and it's hard to get in the mood. But Dipsy is an app full of hundreds of short, sexy audio stories designed by women for women. And I'm going to play one for you right now.
Okay. Which one did you want to read?
The hunk. I like the chef.
There's a chef here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Theo. He's a talented chef and total charmer.
That's right.
You want to play Theo in the doorway?
I want to give him a little taste.
It's a hookup,
hint.
romantic with dirty talk.
Did you like the way I said a little taste?
What the fuck did it?
The chef.
Oh, I love that. All right, here we go. There's a build up. We're cutting right to the fucking fire scene. Here we go. Okay.
I need to be inside you.
Okay.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. Jesus Christ.
Theo needs to be inside of me right now. We're eating at the same time as having sex. This is a perfect combination.
You know, they got so many stories, from intriguing coworkers with a British accent to hooking up with your hot yoga instructor.
Oh, I know you like that one. I like the sleep stories, the wellness sessions, and now they even offer written stories.
It's your go-to place to spice up your me time, explore your fantasies, or heat things up with a partner. How do you like that?
I think it's awesome.
I would get turned on if I did this with a partner.
I'm sure you've done it with the partner.
For listeners of the show, Dipsy is offering an extended 30-day free trial when you go to dipsystories.com/mom. That's 30 days of full access for free when you go to dipseastories.com/mom. dipsystories.com/mom.
Let us know how you like them. And I got something here that I want to talk about. It's time for Mom's News.
Go on.
Mom's News.
Mom's News.
Mom's News.
Mom's News is a segment where my mother shares earth-shattering, groundbreaking, need-to-know info. Mother, what kind of breaking news do we have today?
Well, I found out about, apparently, I didn't know this until I did some research, but Netflix viewers are left horrified by a messed up and very graphic sex scene in bizarre horror series Brand New Cherry Flavor that has many left scarred for life.
What's going on?
Apparently, this is all over TikTok. There was an episode on this show called New Cherry Flavor.
Okay.
And I thought I would do a little reaction video with you so you can watch it because I've already seen it. It may terrify you,
Okay.
but it is a sexual scene.
We're going to watch a sexual scene together right now?
Don't worry, it's not gonna turn you on.
Okay.
And I think
You're going to have to
our
kind of
listeners,
narrate what's going on here.
yeah, you're gonna have to get onto Netflix.
Okay. You queued it up?
Yeah, and it's
Wow.
ready to go.
What is it? What is it? You have to narrate what's going on because they can't see this.
Well, that's her body naked,
Okay, so we're watching.
and there's a wound.
It's a woman with a wound. Oh, I don't like. It's a wound?
Yes.
It's a cut? What is it? Wait, I don't like this. I don't like this.
Wait, look what's coming out.
I don't like this.
You don't like it. No one likes it. That's why I brought it up. It's a horrifying.
Wait,
But you're not
I
gonna
did not consent to this shit.
Yeah, you got to see what's coming out.
What is it? She's in the bathroom.
You
She's
gotta
looking in the mirror, and
yeah.
there's a fucking gaping wound, and something's about to emerge.
Because she was cursed by a witch.
What did you watch this thing?
No, I read the reasoning for this.
I don't like to watch.
Yeah, you got to see what happens.
She's like fingering this.
She's giving
fucking
birth
wound.
out of a wound.
I cannot stand what I'm watching right now.
It's a very surprising thing that you're going to see.
This is going on for way too long. She's fingering the wound. I can't stand this, Mom.
No,
Mom,
you have to
watch this.
you just have to watch for one more
Can
second.
we fast forward or some shit?
Yeah, you can fast forward a little bit.
I can't stand this.
Well,
I
this
can't
is it.
stand
It's coming out right now. Oh, you missed it.
What is this? Okay, she's. What?
Yes.
The
You know what that is?
fuck is that?
It's a baby kitten.
A baby kitten?
Yes.
Ah, a baby kitten just fell on the floor. What the fuck was that? Shit. That was the most horrifying thing you've brought onto this podcast. That was almost worse than 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Yeah, I thought it was along those lines.
That was awful.
I like to keep you up to date with the latest things that are going on TikTok. Everyone's
Never keep me up to date if that's what
everyone
you're
is
keeping me up to
horrified
date.
about
No,
it.
that was disgusting as fuck. Why
Wow.
would they show that? Why is she giving birth to a little kitten in her side? Why
I
are
told you
choosing
why.
to share that as mom's
Because
news?
as a mother, I have to tell my side of the story.
What?
I
What is your side of the story? Disgusting.
never ever fuck with someone because they can put a curse on you, and then Lisa has to pay a price for the curse, which sees her begin to vomit up newborn kittens.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
You have a spotlight with this mom's news.
Yes.
You know, it's a privilege to have this
Yeah.
spot in, and not only in our show, but in these people, in all of our listeners' ears.
Well, I think they need to know what's going on in the current.
do not need to know
there's
that
a lot
shit.
of memes. There's millions of reaction videos on TikTok. So people need to know these things. And that's Mom's News.
That's Mom's News.
You didn't like Mom's News today?
I hated Mom's News today. It was the worst Mom's News you've ever contributed to the show.
Worse than the cup one when they're eating the shit? No.
That
This one
wasn't
is
honestly
giving birth to
Mom's News.
kittens. I don't even think this is such a horrible thing because I love kittens.
Oh, I
It
think
was
we
a
need a
cute
palate
little-
cleanser.
A palate cleanser is in.
It's the time of the show you guys have all been waiting for. The time of the week where your heart melts a little bit and your loins catch fire and you start, twitching with horniness. It's Cam's Uppers.
Cam's Uppers is the place to be. Fun living is a life for me.
That's right. It's Cam's Uppers. It's a segment of the show where I get to share something near and dear to my heart, something that's touched me, that I've been thinking a lot about, that my mother typically finds
Skanky,
skanky?
as in skanky semen.
Skanky semen? Okay, it's Cam's Uppers. You're already derailing it. I haven't even started the segment.
It's gonna be boring. I see the book already is out. Thich Nhat Hanh.
So I am reading a book called How to Love by Thich Nhat Hanh. You're already bored by me saying the title of the book. It's a fucking 100-page book. You can pick it up.
I give you exciting things like kittens being born out of someone's stomach, and you come up with Thich Nhat Hanh, How to Love.
Yes, Thich Nhat Hanh
What's wrong
is
with
a
this picture?
Vietnamese monk who is the founder of Plum Village in France. It's phenomenal.
He just passed away
He
recently.
passed away. He writes a passage here that I wanted to read. The greatest gift. Okay, and this I think applies very appropriately to what we just witnessed. One of the greatest gifts we can offer people is to embody non-attachment and non-fear. Why are you taking the time to sip water right now?
I'm bored already.
One of the greatest gifts we can offer people is to embody non-attachment and non-fear. This is a true teaching, more precious than money or material resources. Many of us are very afraid, and this fear distorts our lives and makes us unhappy. We cling to objects and to people like a drowning person clings to a floating log. Practicing to realize non-discrimination, to see the interconnectedness and impermanence of all things, and to share this wisdom with others, we are giving the gift of non-fear.
All right. We can stop right there.
I would like to stop right there.
Okay.
I would like to say that you do the opposite of this.
What?
You give the gift of fear. You instill this.
How do I instill fear?
You instilled it in me from day one of me being in the womb.
You blame that?
You have never gifted me the gift of non-fear.
I tried, even the Cowabunga ride at Wisconsin Dells. I brought you up there. I'm like, you're going to love this. And you screamed the whole way down.
And I did have a good time.
We made a good time.
You did give me non-fear in that situation.
Yeah. And what about when your grandparents brought you to see the Ring of Fire at the museum and you freaked out and ran out of there? Like
These are just times where I've been afraid.
You were just afraid just now of a kitten.
Okay, you're right.
See, I tried to bring the...
So I need to be given the gift of non-fear to our listeners.
That's
I gotta be
right.
stoic when I watch that fucking shit.
Yes.
And I gotta not worry about the palpitations that are gonna come from this thing.
Are you getting palpitations right now?
No, but I am my temperature is definitely elevated. I'm very sweaty after watching that. Hey, well, what do you think about this passage of non-fear? This is a good goal of mine.
Yeah, I think it'd be a phenomenal idea for you to practice little Thich Nhat Hanh's non-fear every single day.
I've never thought of it as a gift to give someone, because you know that feeling of when you're afraid and you're with someone who's just choosing to be grounded and not fearful.
Well, I don't like that when Deez is grounded and not fearful and I'm anxious about something.
Yeah, they can't
I prefer to have him be a little more empathic
No,
to my...
because he's kind of aloof and he doesn't really give a shit about your experience.
What do you mean he's aloof?
In those situations, I know what you're talking about, but in situations where someone is with you and they're holding your hand, kind of like what you were doing on the big Cowabunga water slide, where I was nervous, you were like, no, there's nothing to be nervous about. I recognize you're fearful. I'm going to hold your hand. We're going to go down together. This is a great gift.
So you have to be very motherly to your friends and family.
Or fatherly, whatever you'd like.
Did you feel that from your father?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think so.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Like, for example, if I went to the bathroom and I saw a little blood in the toilet,
well,
and then I told your father, you know what he could say to me?
this happened.
Yeah.
What did he say?
You have a little blood? The whole toilet bowl fills with blood when I take a shit. See?
I don't know if I need to hear that.
My point is,
that is the type of non-fear that
Yeah.
we're trying to.
so he made light of it and
Yes.
didn't make it into
Yeah. I don't know if that's exactly sitting there with you, but I don't know.
sitting or shitting.
It's both, mother. We've reached the end of the show, folks. That was Cam's Uppers. Cam's Uppers is the place to be. And I want to thank everyone for making this show possible.
I want to thank everyone for making this show possible too. And we could not have done it, especially with all the little sneaky freaks writing in their little text to us.
Oh, yeah.
And also,
Oh.
What?
Fuck. I said we were going to get to this question that we never got to.
let's do it then.
Okay, we'll close with this short discussion.
Okay.
This was a question in response to our initial question. Was it ever decided this is from Julie, was it ever decided what a friends with benefits with emotional connection is called? Okay, that's the question.
I always wonder about this.
I have been thinking a lot about this shit.
And what have you come up with?
Okay, some people think, okay, it's either we're in a serious relationship geared towards being long-term romantic partners and companions, or we're just fuck buddies. But that really
There's a gray area in the middle.
a gray middle way, right? Where you can kind of experience.
Both.
You can experience both. You can experience fun, but intimacy as well. And it doesn't need to be, so casual that you don't care about this person. I mean, you clearly care about this person, but you don't need to necessarily intend for it to become a long-term relationship.
Right.
So this is an interesting thing. What is that? Is that what she's referring to?
Yes.
So
she wants to know what that in the middle gray area would be called.
Yes.
And I got nothing.
It's the middle way.
I chose that way when I became single
Yeah.
on purpose because I don't want to have when you get divorced or someone dies, you don't want to immediately jump into a relationship. You
Right.
want to have some time to grieve and to move forward.
Yes. So
What I would say is
maybe these are lovers.
they're just lovers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what this is.
Paramours.
Paramours. Yes.
But I mean, I would choose someone who I knew I couldn't end up with on purpose. Like if I chose young guys who wanted to have kids, and that way I wouldn't be an option because I did not want to have any more kids.
Interestingly, coming out of this pandemic, having been celibate for over 2 years, which is a lot, I'm ready to fucking let my seed, stink all over everyone. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're not, because if you had your seeds stink all over, you'd have a complete heart attack and think you had pregnancies all over the place.
Okay, forget about that. So, but what I realized actually recently is that in order for sex to be good, there has to be some sort of emotional connection there. At least for me.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be a chemistry,
There's got to be chemistry. There's got to be intimacy.
and you
I'm
have
not
to
saying
be able to have fun.
Okay, wait, put in words. I'm talking about I need to feel connected with the person. Okay? And then you realize you stop seeing each other, and then there's you feel some sort of heartbreak, even though you didn't necessarily want a long-term relationship there. So I don't know if it's worth it. It's like eating a big piece of chocolate cake only to know that down the line you're going to experience a severe stomachache.
It's better to have loved than lost than to never have loved at all.
Yes. I don't know. It just makes me re-question whether I should be searching for that casual fun, those lovers.
Why don't you not label it? Why don't you just go out and have fun?
And just see what the world will bring to me.
I mean, when I was first with Dee's, I didn't want a relationship. He didn't want a relationship, but we ended up in a relationship.
Yeah. I don't know. At least I need to, I'm learning this. This is a good learning.
Cougar. One word.
Oh, Jesus
Cougar.
fucking Christ.
Go out with an older woman.
Okay. I think we've answered the question. I don't want to.
We don't have a name for it. Julie, we don't have a name.
Lover.
All right. Julie, we call that person your lover.
It sounds kind of intense.
Yeah.
Paramour.
Paramour.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you all for making this show possible.
We have a Patreon party coming up, Cam.
We do?
It's on 4/13.
That's right. It's the day after this airs, actually. How do you like that? At 5 p.m. Pacific time, come join us on Zoom. We're going to hang out with all of you sneaky freaks.
and you'll get a chance to see faces with names you've been hearing for the last 6.5 years.
That's right. Yeah, it's our Patreon family are the people that are really helping keep our lights on, literally our studio lights on, because we use those funds to actually record in a professional studio, which you can now watch on YouTube. And we would like to say thank you with a monthly Zoom call. So join us at patreon.com/sextalkwithmymom.
Also, if you're a Patreon member, you can ask us questions and we will message you back.
And there's a wonderful Discord channel, so you can chat with all the other Patreon sneaky freaks. It's wonderful.
You're part of an intimate club of sneaky freaks.
We also want to thank everyone who's left us a rating and review wherever you are listening to this podcast. If you have listened to this podcast for more than 2 episodes and you're enjoying it, do us a favor. Leave us a rating and review. This is a free podcast. We'd really appreciate it.
You don't even have to leave a review. You can just leave a rating on Spotify. You just give the little 5-star on Spotify. It's very easy.
Wherever you're listening, just leave that rating and review, and we'll read one that we particularly like.
Well, what about ratethispodcast.com/mom?
Yes, if you need any help figuring out how to rate or review us, go to ratethispodcast.com/mom. Good call. All right, we got one from Amick, 1978. 5 stars. Hilarious. Just barely started listening to y'all, and I'm addicted. You guys are hilarious. Keep it up.
There's music to my ears.
Short, sweet, and we love you.
Yeah, I love it too.
Thank you very much.
Anyone that says we're funny, I love.
I think that brings us to the end.
And let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and smelling Cam and the sexilies.
That wasn't even a word. It wasn't even a made-up word.
And smelling Cam's smelly cum sceneries.
I was not even intending to talk about that on today's show, by the way.
Well, apparently you did.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You were listening to a Pleasure Podcast. For more from our Sex Podcast Collective, visit pleasurepodcasts.com.